This is one of those stories that this happened months ago. You guys remember those fires that happened out in California over in Altadena?
Oh, I didn't know it was that.
Yeah.
Oh, this image looks really... it's so out of place now.
It is what it is. But check this out. No, and I
feel so bad.
This man, wow. Your money's on fire, your camp's on fire.
I didn't know this was that story.
Wow. Let's see if this gets cut. No, but like
I ain't edited nothing, so ain't nothing getting cut, bro. You think I'm gonna edit this?
Here's the deal. In a very genuine way, it was so crazy. I was like on the internet and I saw this news article by Good Morning America, and it just followed this photographer that literally lost everything in his house. He lost his cameras, he lost his prints, he lost his film, he lost his memory cards, he lost his lenses, he lost everything. Everything that wasn't on socials, gone. And so, with that being said, it prompted kind of like this thought of, man, Brandon, what would you do if you lost everything but your knowledge today? This office went up in smoke. You lost everything. What would you do, both from a gear standpoint and from a business standpoint, to literally, would you even want to get it all back? Or would you take a different path? Or what would you do to build back up your production company?
Yeah, this is one of those situations because like we joke like all the time that like I wish somebody would just walk in here, make me an offer, buy out everything I have, and I could just start all over again. Because I would make probably completely different decisions going around it the second time. First off, I'm going to assume in this scenario, I have insurance. Do I have insurance?
Nah, bruv. Nah, bruv. We ain't making this easy, bruv.
We might be retiring.
You in that. I watched Giovanni's video, and the way he was flexing on me on how he was saying, Kofi, yo boy.
Nope.
Kofi, yo boy. When that man got stole from and it wasn't even worth it for him to go file through insurance, we saying it's burning today. And bro, you starting from like how much money you need?
So I think if I'm buying gear, I think you need like 5,000 to 10,000 today.
Dang, that's steep.
That is
well.
steep.
Let's go to the 5,000. 5,000.
So if I'm starting over today, I'll say what I'm gonna do selfishly, and then I'll tell why I'm doing that. So if you were in a similar situation or you are starting out today, why I chose to go the way I'm going.
Yeah. So
for me, I am probably going to tackle real estate in the most aggressive way possible. And so for that reason, I'm probably going to pick up the cheapest full frame mirrorless camera that will allow me to shoot at 4K or higher. Probably just 4K is enough. 4K 30 frames per second. So that's probably like a A7 III or a R8, a Lumix S5 II. I'm trying to think of cheap full frame cameras that can shoot there. Or even the Nikon Z6 III. I think that's like $1,400. That's a really good buy right now.
No.
What? Oh no, I'm sorry. Did I say $1,400?
You said 16, but that even sounds
$1,700. $1,700. And then I am getting a fairly inexpensive
22.
Okay, 22. So probably not that
tariffs.
One. Probably not getting that one. And then I'm getting a 16 millimeter lens. Probably a prime, probably not from the brand. And the main reason being is because with that camera, that lens, and then a inexpensive gimbal that I'm probably gonna, and like honestly, all this stuff I'm also gonna be looking on Facebook Marketplace trying to find it used.
Yeah.
And a gimbal, I can go out and shoot real estate property immediately. Now, Jarrell mentioned that, this person only has their social media. Let's say I don't also have social media. I know with real estate, I can go to a local model home park.
Yeah.
And I can go shoot 5 houses for free in a day. And I can have an entire category of work that I can then go show people what I can do. So I'm buying that camera, I'm buying that lens, I'm buying a gimbal, and I'm buying a computer. And that's really all I need to get started. And I'm probably going to run that for at least a solid 6 months. And I'm going after 2 types of clients in the real estate space. I'm going after people who want to list homes, and I'm going after people who want to create marketing content.
Yeah.
And so that's probably what I am doing if I'm trying to stay under that $5,000 mark, because the truth is that if I only have $5,000, I'm also not going to spend the full $5,000. I want to spend probably as little of it as I possibly can and try to make as much as I possibly can. And so the reason why I'm choosing to go that route with this is because, and this is something that, you guys can sort of figure out, is I want to go after a market that has tons of potential clients.
Yeah.
I don't want to go after small boutique type jobs when I'm trying to get money in quick. Because, if there's only 6 people. Let's say you say, I want to work with billion-dollar real estate moguls. There ain't a ton of those.
Yeah.
So if you reach out to 5 and 5 say no, you ain't got no business. But at least in the general real estate space, I can reach out to 200 realtors just in Houston alone.
Yeah.
And the chances that 6 will say yes is really, really high.
Yeah.
And 6 is really all I need to be able to start to get the ball rolling for my business again. And so it's about finding industries that allow you to reach out, that have a huge client pool where you can almost win just in quantity alone.
Yeah.
But then because of what I already know, I know there's a lot of things that I can do in the quality game that will really help me sort of take that next step.
Yeah, I like that a lot, Brandon. I would probably, I'm going to give a different answer, but I would follow that 100%, the way that you're talking about through real estate. Guys, if you're a video production company and you're not doing real estate, I hope it's because you're doing another industry that's making you lots of money. If you haven't thought about real estate and you aren't making a good amount of money right now, then what are you doing? Do you hate money?
So here's the thing. The reason why I put it that way for me is because I also understand that real estate is very it's very based off of where you are.
Yeah.
Right. So if you live in some, very rural area in Oklahoma where everybody has 15 acres and the number of houses that are being sold on a realistic basis, or the number of houses being listed on a realistic basis, isn't very high, it can be very difficult for you. Your industry, if you're in Seattle, for example, real estate may not be booming in Seattle, but I imagine, because I don't know that much about Seattle, coffee shops, it feels very hipstery in Seattle. I don't know why. That's just how my brain works. And so I'm like, oh, maybe it's coffee shops. Maybe there's a coffee shop on every other block, which means now I'm going to, instead of going after real estate agents, I'm going to go reach out to coffee shops if I'm in Seattle, because I just know there's coffee shops literally on every other block.
Yeah.
And so I'll become so well known. And the crazy thing is that you don't need a lot of clients. You really just need 6 solid clients who have you on retainer and that you're working with every single month. And if you have 6, you're making a living.
Yeah.
And if you have 100 people you can reach out to, you can land 6.
Yeah.
I don't think that's too high of a close rate to expect.
Yeah, 100%. So I like the real estate deal, especially because, say, we're both here in Houston. Things are going a little bit strange with the market right now, but for the most part, real estate has been a massive driver of my personal revenue over the last couple of years. But I'm gonna take a slightly different pathway, because I have actually not just stumbled into this, but have really just kind of come into this. And it actually doesn't have to do with video production, but I do know if I get a mirrorless camera, I would be able to do video and I'd be able to do photography. And the way that I found out a year or 2 ago that the only millionaires in photography are school shooters.
Hold on.
Well, yeah, that's why I said pictures, and then I was just like, school picture shooters, which sounds weird.
If you're,
what do they call it? Because it's not school picture shooters. What is it?
We might have to edit. School photos. You're a photographer.
You're a photographer.
You're a school photographer.
School photographer.
You take.
Don't say the. Don't say the shooter word.
You just said it again.
Anyways, because it's a quantity game.
Yeah,
it is a because the schools out here in Texas are massive, bro. Take 4,000 pictures at one school. Oh, you running some sales. It's a quantity deal. And so like, I don't know that I would probably, I mean, I wouldn't hate millions, but I probably would hate the school photo deal. But so like I have changed that into sports photography.
Yeah.
And then the moment with sports photography that they need reels and they need videos. Now they're not necessarily the richest of people, but like say you run the quantity game, you can do a 1 to 2 hour shoot, make a few $1,000s in digital sales of prints and or videos. Like to me right now, what I see, and maybe this is my particular life place and the people that I'm surrounded by, but I'm shooting volleyball, I'm shooting wrestling, I'm shooting football, I'm shooting cheerleaders, all these different things, and it's great. And so like it gives me that creative itch on video and on photos, and it gives me an opportunity to make money in both ways. So like say Brandon's is real estate, mine is real estate too, but I very much, if I only had $5,000, we getting an R5.
Hey, thanks so much for checking out this clip. But you know what's better than watching these clips? Enjoying the show live, which we do every single Friday at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. The best part is if you disagree with what we have to say, you can tell us that live in the chat. So we'd love to see you there this Friday.